know what? Everybody is evil. Evil. Everybody is evil. I've learned this because I remember I was sitting down one day watching a movie. Guess what? It was a movie, a horror movie. It was the last time I watched a horror movie. And then I sat down. Why am I watching this? It's quite hypocritical. I can say, I don't like seeing people getting killed. I don't like murder. I think murder is wrong. I don't like people getting killed. I don't like seeing people getting killed. And then I go and turn around and watch a movie, a 2-hour movie, an hour and a half of a movie where people are just getting killed the whole entire movie. Or I can say I don't like pedophiles. And I go watch The Sound of My Voice or The Sound of Freedom, whatever that movie is about, I can use any excuse that I wish to put upon it and say, well, I'm just watching this because I want to show my support to the directors for shedding light upon the situation of children being hurt. You're obsessed with it. I guarantee the same type of people that would watch and go to these movies, watch these Chris Hansen, these Predator approaches, and then that's why I don't watch those type of things, those Predator approaches and stuff, because I don't like hearing or seeing about kids getting all this and all that, so I don't watch it. And then so I'm like, okay, I don't watch it there, but then I say I don't like murder and all this stuff, but I'm watching in the horror movies and TV shows and things of that nature. So I came to the conclusion, I might as well. I mean, I'm just as evil as the murderer. I'm just as evil as the rapist, or evil as the Texas Chainsaw Man running with his chainsaw. And that's it. Oh my gosh. Understand this. People see this as entertainment. If you say you don't like rape, how logical would it be for you to watch 3 movies with a duration of an hour and a half about a serial killer who stalks and rapes his victims? It makes no sense. If you are against rape, if you are against murder, it doesn't make any type of sense. But people will do this, including myself, as I did this. So that's just evil. That's just one of the evils of humanity that humanity doesn't even wish to face. Humanity may think evil is just real actual murders in real life or rapists or something like that, and they think everybody else is scot-free and clean and good, decent civilians. Wrong. It's not true at all. When people see a homeless person, a homeless man walking down the street, and then the homeless man will talk to him and stuff like that. But like, no, okay, they'll have a little chit chat, a little small talk, and be like, okay, have a good day, God bless. And then they leave them and not even give them what they need, even when they have what they need right beside them in the cup holder. They got probably like some spare change that had been stuck in their car for about 3 weeks, that they know the hell they ain't gonna use, and then or they have some change that they just got done receiving from the grocery store that they just bought their groceries from, and they don't plan on using that change from who knows when to God knows how long. That's evil. Another evil thing is how how your society is susceptible. People get mad and angry when homeless people show up at these businesses and places of business and sleep and commune and linger around these businesses. People get angry, people get mad, even so much so that they'll call the police or whatever, the government facilities that handle these type of spaces to get these homeless people away. For example, down there in Houston, you got people that want to remove homeless people from under the bridge. Why? For what? Just so how the environment looks? Your earth is already defiled. You might as well just let it go all the way to hell anyway. You got sex shops on one corner, you got a strip club over there, and you think none of this defiled the earth. You're insane. But you have something against when a homeless man or a homeless broad goes to sleep under the bridge. And you only live occupied. All you doing is riding down the street and you're like, oh my God, dude. Like, you know. And then there's another thing. I read a story once about a woman giving a plate of food to a homeless man. She literally got arrested. The woman got arrested. Now the charges were dropped, I believe, after a few days and stuff like that. But this is the system you continue to uphold and fight for. I say fight for because even if you are trying to spread awareness about the system and even if you are aware to these things, you can't, because you're just fighting against the system by word of mouth. You're not really doing any action. The only action necessary to take upon is violence. Every action that brought forth change within this world is brought forth by violence. Even the Son of God had to come down and shed his blood to bring forth change. There is no such thing as change without bloodshed. But many people in your society, many people in your world will try to invoke change by protesting. Will try to invoke change by maneuvering within the justice system and getting their jobs and swaying the politicians and, hey, voting doesn't matter, but vote on a local level. Or your vote counts. You're basically bowing down the same people. Can you stop complaining then? You know, because you're basically bowing down to the same people you're saying it's so wrong and so evil and so, when you rise up against this and then you go out and enjoy the things that they give unto you to further distract you and make you more docile. Makes no type of sense. They can do all this, and another reason why the revolution will never come. All this stuff that the least done did, all this knowledge that is easy to obtain, that has been obtained by many greater than enough to even make a hit of difference within violence. But nobody's going to do anything. So now you gotta ask this question. Now you have to ask the question: why is nobody doing anything? Because it's the Lord's will for it to be so. That's why it's vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. That's why the revolution will not come. You can argue all day and be like, "Well, you're wrong. Hasn't happened yet." Just like y'all people be talking about Christ, but the book. The Lord's book, the Bible, actually plans it out and sets it out. And when you read it and understand it and know and see it and align it to what's happening out there in your society and the world and all that type of stuff, you can see it and know it to be true. But when you look up this, wake up, we revolution. It doesn't align with what many people profess. I used to be one of those people too. I used to be, everybody gotta wake up. Everybody that we get to start a revolution. We get a world. We get a civil war. I mean, that's laughable. Civil war. No, you need to. If you coming in there with even with a civil war type of thought, You already lost. You need to come up in there with an Adolf Hitler kind of mind if you want any revolution that will even stand against what you are fighting. Because many of the people that are professing out of their mouths saying, oh, we need a revolution, don't know what the hell they're fighting. And they don't know really the severity of the wickedness that these people hold. You know. You think these people really give a damn about you speaking on the internet, saying certain words, speaking on the internet about all these, whatever the society calls conspiracy theories? You think they give a damn about that? Their celebrity puppets, they're allowing their celebrity puppets to say the exact same thing. You really think they give a damn about some nobody on the internet speaking the same damn thing that has a lesser reach than their celebrity that they're already allowing to say the same things out of their mouth that you are saying with yours? Many people do not think about these things. These are things we have to take into consideration. Because if you don't take... also, you need to know what psychological warfare is. You need to stop relying on the credibilities of the world. You need to stop believing on the things that you can see with your eyes. Because that's not the only proof or evidence of a truth. Many people are like, oh, what are you talking about? That's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. No, it's not. You know rape is wrong. You know murder is wrong. You know pedophilia is wrong. Am I right? Nobody has to go to school to learn that rape is wrong. Nobody has to go to school to learn that abusing a child is wrong. Nobody has to go to school or study a thing to know that pedophilia is wrong. These are things you already know is wrong because it's evident. When somebody gets raped or a child gets abused, I don't need to hold up something to the masses of people and say, look, what this person did is wrong. You already know it's wrong. The question is not if what was done is wrong, or what was done was evil, or what was done was wicked, or what was done is not acceptable. The question doesn't arise. The question doesn't arise because the evidence is there. And this is how many other type of truths work within this realm, such as the existence and belief of God. You can see it by the evidence. You don't need something physical to say, hey, look, everybody. Here it is. Don't need it. It's already there. Once you know it, you know it. And when you know it, you already know it because you're in the position to know it. So it's already there. It's already there. Just like, it's already there because since it's already there, you have to know and realize there are other truths like this that work in the world. It's a nature. So you can't say, well, I need proof that, all these celebrities are just like the Epsteins, just like Harvey Weinsteins, just like the Jeffrey Epsteins, just like the P. Diddy's. I guarantee you, your favorite artist that you are listening to right now or just got through done listening to or about to listen to in a few moments are exactly the same type of people. And because look here, birds of a feather flock together. You already know. But apparently that saying has no merit if it pertains unto a celebrity. But anyways, yeah. If you want the revolution to come, you need to do something to bring forth change. And the only thing that's ever worked to bring forth change within this realm is bloodshed. Even the Son of God had to come down and shed his blood. When the people wanted to stop Hitler, what did they do? When the American Revolution happened, what did they do? The Tea Party, what did they do? Remember Alamo, what happened there? And you still want to go about this, societal morality is what I call it, because you don't want to be violent or a criminal. Every person that ever served and killed within the military is and can be deemed or classified as a criminal by anyone. But what determines something to be declared a war? There's really no difference between what's going on in Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Palestine and the Palestinians, as opposed to compared to gang fights, gang wars, or mafia wars. There's literally no difference. I can say, why didn't Al Capone get a medal? Or what's the difference between the American sniper and the DC snipers? What's the difference? Why isn't their declaration of war justified and, the other is justified just because it is a nation? They're not killing or going to war for a righteous cause. They're going to war for greed. Because they want this little side of land, or they want this oil, or they want something like this. It's not life-threatening towards that nation. And then many people will praise these people and be like, look here. See, let's take a group of people, a gang or a cult or a mafioso mob, whatever, they can wage war right now. They'll be just as much justified as the U.S. government, or as Russia waging war upon Ukraine, or Israel waging war upon Palestine waging war with Israel. They'll be just as much as justified. What determines the declaration of war? Only people with power can say, well, this is and this ain't. Well, then if that's the case, it doesn't stem from right and wrong or in a foundation of truth. It just stems upon whether I believe is justified or not, which is just totally based upon the feeling, which is going to be creating a whole lot of distortions, because if that's the case, you can argue the Christian Bloods are justified in what they're doing because it's a war to them, or what, what's the difference? There is none. You see, the greatest way to destroy somebody's argument is to use their principles and their structure that they come up with, and come onto that, and under that, you work with it. You don't bring nothing outside of their principle inside the circle. And then you use every argument that you can use with their principles and with their viewpoints, and you destroy it from within. That's how you win an argument. In one way. But yeah, y'all have to understand psychological warfare. See, that's already, what I just explained right there, that's a psychological tactic. But many people are looking at me like, what? What are you talking about? That's foolish. You're out of your mind. Or you're lying. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're foolish. The people that are waging the psychological warfare upon you has already figured this out, already knows this and more than this, and has done this unto you, and are continuing to do it amongst many other tactics. So, but anyways, that's why the revolution will never happen. It won't be televised. It won't even be seen. Because everybody already done bowed down and conformed. And no. It's not, wait until it's on the, like, this is what it is. So I already know what y'all gonna do. You're gonna wait until they come in, whatever, like take your guns or something like that, or take something where you're pushed in a position where you have to be forced or something like that, and to do something that you totally are against. But at that time, it will already be too late. If anybody finds comfort within their freedoms, especially in the US of A, you don't really have freedoms. They can say you have a freedom of religion. in the Bible, I mean, if you're a Christian, you somehow have some type of American pride. Just reading your Bible. It tells you not to swear by an oath. It is a sin to swear by an oath. You go down there in the court don't really care about that. You're going to have to swear on that oath. And guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to blaspheme. You're going to have to put your hand upon the very book that says ye shall not do what the thing you're going to be doing while having your hand upon the Bible. You're going to have to swear an oath. And then you're going to have to swear an oath by God when it is written, do not swear an oath by things on the earth nor in heaven, nor by God. So, it's written to not do these things. But if you go to court, you're going to have to do these things. So that's already exorcism of your religious freedom being cast out. You already lost your religious freedom within your courtroom. That's one example. Another example is, freedom to do what you want. Everybody experienced coronavirus and COVID-19. Everybody had to be upon a lockdown. You couldn't even go in and about and to and fro from the things that you normally would do. Because what? Why? Whose orders? How well did your freedoms work for you then? You only have as much freedom. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I'm not even done. Freedom of speech. You can say anything. But you can say anything, but you can threaten somebody and go to jail. Now you can play threaten somebody and go to jail. You can say, I'm gonna blow such and such and such and such, and people can know you don't know how to make a bomb, never knew how to make a bomb, never had any, don't even know where to start to even get the details to make a bomb, and these people can know this at the time being, and you can still be jailed for the threat. But anyway, that was for never mind that example. But anyways, other than that, people's freedom has always been taken away. You're only, especially in America, you're only allowed to do what they allow you to do. Now, yes, America works upon a democracy, but democracy is just another form of a dictatorship. Democracy is just a dictator. Democracy is basically a dictatorship, but the dictator just listening to the people that is dictating, and he takes into account of what the people are saying, and the majority of the collective of the people that is being said and heard may or not be put into effect, and will be put into effect no matter what the other people may think. So those other people don't have the freedom to not follow whatever the other percentage, the majority, the large collection of the collective wishes to be. So that's another thing. But yeah, you're only allowed to do what you want to do. In some states, you can drive down the street, see a cop, smoke a blunt. You can smoke a blunt with the cop, or probably not while you're on duty, but you can smoke. In places like the state of Texas, you can't roll down a window and see a policeman just hanging out somewhere, and you can roll down a window and you smoke a blunt and you wave at the cop, man. Whoop, whoop. You're getting stopped, man. You're getting stopped. So, freedom of what? You're only free to do what they allow you to do. And it doesn't matter if it's right, it doesn't matter if it's wrong. It's just a matter of if it is legal or illegal. You couldn't go outside during coronavirus, even if you wanted to. You could be penalized for that. Can you imagine? You believe you have all these freedoms, and you could even walk outside on God's green earth without suffering the same thing that a cripple will suffer. And you think you still have freedom, and you still have pride within your country. Even if you somehow delusionally think or feel your country was ever a great nation. I heard one guy telling me this nation was a Christian nation once, and this nation was never a Christian nation. You always have to take an oath, which goes against the Bible, which isn't a Christian value to take an oath. And putting people to death is not a Christian value. Yes, it's in the Old Testament, but know the difference between, before you even want to make that judgment and say, well, they put the people to death in the Old Testament. Know the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament, and notice the changes that were made. Like, for example, it was written to you, hate thy enemies, or curse thy enemies. Verily I say unto you, love your neighbor as thyself, and as well as your enemies. So notice the changes between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Before you even want to throw a judgment like that, you already know. But anyway, that's just what it is. And yeah, that's why a lot of things won't happen. That's why, celebrity after celebrity after celebrity after celebrity after celebrity will get exposed for, whatever Diddy got exposed with. I didn't even pay attention. I already knew the damn thing was gone, because, everybody in that industry is already, look here, man. These people that y'all look up to, if you knew who they were, that's another thing. People would tell people, hey, this celebrity was so nice. I met them after a show one time, and they was very nice to me and my friend, or me and my girl, me and my boy, me and my whatever, me and my group. They were so nice. They gave me a picture. I see them at a bar, and we had a beer. Look here. Have you ever seen Jim Carrey in a movie? Have you ever seen any actor or actress in a movie? Have you ever seen any comedian? Have you seen David Chappelle? Have you seen any of these people act? These people get awards. Awards to act. They get awards to be fake. They get nominated on how well they can do it. And this is so sick. This is why I stopped watching movies and TV shows. All I watch is cartoons basically now, but I'm trying to chow down off that, just cut it off completely. All I watch is cartoons, animated stuff. Because it's like when you see, and here's the thing, people that cry in movies or feel any type of way during a movie. You know this. And they're, so like, oh my gosh. How, imagine this. Imagine I come up to you with something totally fake story that can arouse and push and tingle your emotions. I can do it so well and convince you so well that if I bring something sad or tragic to you, it can bring you to the brink of tears. It can force you into laughter. It can force you into all these things. In your society, they call that, I believe, playing games or being fake. But in my mind, this is entertainment to you people. This is entertainment to everybody. They'll be like, oh, yeah, the movie was so good. Yeah, I cried at the end. Man, them actors were so incredible. And then they'll turn around and say, all I ask, and you've seen them posts on Facebook, all I ask is for you not lie to me. I don't like liars. I don't like fake people. You're entertained by liars. You're entertained by fake people. You love them. You love them. You love fake people. You're entertained by them. You think these people are amazing. You think these people got great value. So much so